use Hamilton's method of determining apportionment. And I'm not going to lie, this is my favorite one. So first, let's talk about Hamilton's method, what it is and how do we do it. So Hamilton's method, again, starts like the rest. We're going to find the standard divisor and the standard quota for each state. Then we're going to find the lower quota for each state. So Hamilton uses lower. The sum of the lower quotas will always be lower than or equal to the number of desired representatives. If they're equal, the process is complete, which is great, right? We love it when it's one step and done. But the best part of Hamilton's method is if the total is lower than the number of representatives, you just assign the remaining representatives, one each, to the states whose decimal parts of the quota were the largest until the desired total is reached. This means there's no finding a modified divisor or doing the process again. You simply award the extra representatives where it makes the most sense. And let's check this out. So we're going to use Hamilton's method to determine the appropriate apportionment for a desired 50 representatives. We have 3 states, West Daisy, North Rose, and East Mulch. Populations are given. So we have to start by finding the standard divisor, which means we need the total population. So when I add the population, I end up with 557,380. I take that total population, I divide by my desired 50 representatives, and I have a standard divisor of 11,147 and 6/10. Now that I have my standard divisor, I can move on and find my standard quota for each state. So I take the state, I take the population, and I divide by that standard divisor. So we can see for West Daisy, we end up with a standard quota of 22.963. North Rose population divided by the standard divisor gives us 17.317. And East Mulch gives us a standard quota of 9.719. So in our population here, you can see that our lower quota is 22, 17, and 9. So if I add those together, I get 48. But remember, I need 50 total representatives. So 2 more representatives need to be assigned. So when we look at the decimal portions of the standard quota, you can see West Daisy has the largest decimal portion, the 0.963. So that means 1 goes to West Daisy, and then the next goes to East Mulch because 0.719 is greater than 0.317. So if we give 1 extra to West Daisy and 1 extra to East Mulch, now 23 plus 17 plus 10 gives me my 50 desired representatives. And you would also notice that for West Daisy and East Mulch, these are the upper quotas. And for North Rose, it's the lower quota. So you're still going to have that idea that the final quota, the standard, not standard, the number of seats are going to go to either the lower or the upper quota for the state, depending on the population. And I like Hamilton's for that reason. I didn't have to redo anything. I just assign the extra representatives where it makes the most sense.